Hello, my loves. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to do Tibetan Bell today. So if you don't like it, turn it down. 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath in and out, slowly, and resetting, calming your system and your mind. Can you hear those birds? They're so beautiful. Say good morning. So today we have boundaries and energy cleanse. My favorite things to energy cleanse: spiritual bath, detoxing of food, people, social media, TV, music, the world. Isolate yourself and pray. Tap back into your divine self and divine connection. Spiritual baths don't have to be anything crazy. Mine is really just like Epsom. A while back I made like a bunch of Epsom salts that I was gonna sell with like oils, like random oils in them, and they smell really good. But so my baths are really just that, just Epsom salts and whatever oils and herbs and stuff that I feel like. You can actually Google them and find certain herbs can help to detox your system, and it just makes it more enjoyable, really. And then your boundaries as another form of an energy cleanse. When you keep your boundaries to yourself, you're showing up for yourself. If you tell yourself that you're not going to eat any cookies for a week, don't eat the cookies, because there's a reason that you were telling yourself that you need a break. There's a reason that you might need to take a break from smoking or drinking or people or your phone. So many of us are addicted to our phones and just don't even know. Boundaries can be hard to set when we're so stuck in those patterns. So start small if you need to, or cut it all out for a while and recognize that you don't need any of that stuff. And a lot of times when you give yourself that love and that time by setting your boundaries and telling people no, and telling yourself no to certain things and yes to other things, healthier things, you'll find that you're a lot happier, you're a lot healthier, your body works better, your mind works better, and then when you go back into those friendships and those relationships in the workplace even, you can keep that balance a lot easier, and you'll notice when you start to get off track. I feel like I need it. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to take this one. No. Ooh. Alright. Well, I don't know these cards enough, so I'm gonna read them. And I guess I should have read those for the other ones if you watched my other videos, so you get like full experience. But I did not, so I apologize if you would have preferred me to do that and I didn't. My bad, homie. I'm working on it. You know, I do my best. Some days I'm on it. Almost. Queen of Pentacles reversed. This can indicate a person who's become so wrapped up in one aspect of their life, usually their career, that they've totally lost their sense of self. If this is you, know that you are more than what you can do for other people or a company. So true. We are multifaceted, and we were not put here to work. We were put here to live. And so many of us, we just revolve our whole lives around our career, you know, spending more time at work than we do at home, spending more time on conference calls than we do speaking with our children or our spouses. And that is not healthy. But that could also be, you know, well, it could be a lot of things, really. Because Pentacles is the material, so it could be, you know, spending more time in your spiritual life and in your hobbies than, well, I don't think you really lose yourself in, well, yeah, you can lose yourself in your hobbies, but I feel like that's a good losing of yourself in a way. But sometimes it is too much. We do need to have that balance, and it can be hard to rein ourselves back in. But you're more than what you offer for other people. That's so true. Like, you take that time, dude. Set your boundaries and take care of yourself. Like, really take care of yourself. Spiritual bath. Eating better, drinking more water, spending more time outside. All of those things are ways to treat yourself with love. Speak kind words to yourself. Ten of Wands reversed. I know we all live in a capitalist society, but being burnt out and exhausted like you are now is not the badge of honor you think it is. If you're not getting compensated for extra work, then don't do it. Know when enough is enough. This one makes me think of the other one. So a lot of us, especially with jobs, we feel like, oh, I can't call out. I have to stay overtime. They need me to do this work. I need to do every single thing for my children. I need to sacrifice everything of myself for this job, for this career, for my family. And that's not what we're here for either. You deserve to be cared for also. You deserve to be helped. She has, I know it's reversed, but she's holding all these candles, right? And when I last read it, it's talking about how instead of like asking for help or putting them in a box, you know, she decided, or taking multiple trips, she decided to carry it all at once. And many times, especially as moms, we tend to try to do it all. We don't need help from anyone, and we don't need a break. We can't take a break. Our kids are sick all the time. We have this house to take care of. We got to work on top of it. Like, I can't take a break. My life will fall apart. I won't be able to pay my bills, but I promise you, taking a day off is not going to make or break you. You can find ways to, sorry, my phone's jacking up, but you can find ways to compensate those funds that you're missing from the extra work or from the day. And to be honest, many of us, we don't need all the money that we think we do. We don't need all of the material items that we think that we need. And when you learn to take care of yourself better and keep those boundaries and be strong in them and ask for help when you need it, take those breaks, not be so self-sacrificing, learning that I am enough. What I do is enough. I don't have to prove all of myself to everyone. I'm perfectly fine as I am, perfectly imperfect. And that's all you need to be. The people that really love you will be there for you. They will love you regardless, and they will love you for taking time for yourself. They will love you even more. And as a mother, it will teach you, a parent, I guess, it will also teach your children to do that for themselves, to not overwork themselves, overburden themselves. Burnout is not fun. I got myself into a really massive burnout, and it led me into a deep depression for like months, and I couldn't get out of it. And then getting back into the world was so much harder because I didn't recognize that I didn't need to be sacrificing all of myself for some imaginary life. I needed to be caring for myself, taking those breaks. Some people need more breaks than others. And that's okay. And it's all right if people don't agree with you. Not everyone is going to agree that you need a day off, but your boss isn't you. You are you, and you know what you need. So give yourself what you need. Okay. And this is the Cozy Witch, aka the Fool. But it's reversed. What's stopping you from living the life you've always wanted? Try not to stress too much about what might go wrong. Instead, visualize what could go right. You'll never know what magic you could be making if you never leave your room. Oh, I think you're talking to me. I'm in here way too much. But for real though, if you don't step out of your own boxes that you've set for yourself, if you don't step out of the traps of the world, the materialism of the world, take that time to treat yourself with love and generosity and not to stress about it, like a lot of times, even just talking to other people, I'm like, oh, your body's killing you. Why don't you, not go into work? I can't go into work today. Then da 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 da, and I won't be able to do this. And da 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 da. You will be okay. It will be okay, right? Visualizing and speaking on positive outcomes brings that to you. But when you spin out in those negatives, fear mindsets, it takes your energy. It really destroys your life. Like, I'm not even kidding. And she's looking at herself in the mirror. It's so interesting. Like, I guess, right side up, it's like she's seeing herself in this new beginning, embracing her life. But I believe reversed, it would be like you're not doing that. You would be giving too much, giving all of yourself to your spouse and getting nothing back. Giving all of yourself and more to your work and getting nothing back. Working overtime every day just for the funds. Like, that money is not worth the drain, the burnout, the loss of yourself that happens when you give all of yourself to something else. On the bottom, King of Cups reversed. Let me find it in here so I can give you the right info. Though this person may be very emotionally intelligent, they may be using it in a way that's manipulative, knowing how and when to tug at your heartstrings to get what they want. Whether or not they realize they're doing it, it's not okay. Some of you might have people in your life, a partner, a parent, that expects you to be a certain way and may guilt trip you or manipulate you into giving more of yourself than they deserve. And when you feel that upset within yourself, that's your indicator that those aren't your people, that situation is not for you. And I don't want to say those aren't your people, because it's hard for, not everyone is like on that level to knock everyone out of their lives. And I don't think that that's necessarily the best way to go. I just thought I tend to do that. But in reality, just recognizing that other people will more oftentimes want a lot more of your energy, your funds, your time than you actually have to give them. You're here for a reason. And yeah, we're here to take care of each other. I think we're here to help each other heal, help each other grow, to love each other, to love ourselves and heal ourselves and live our best lives. But many people are not on that level. Many people, they see the love that you have and they want it. They want you to love them. They don't know how to love themselves. They don't know how to ask someone else for help, because you have always been giving and giving and giving to them. But now is the time to recognize that you deserve your own time. You deserve your own space, your own energy, your own dreams. You deserve to fulfill your life's purpose. And we can only do that when we set our boundaries. When we accept the situations that we're in, learn to set boundaries with others and ourselves, keep them, and continue to cleanse our energy, meditating, praying, ask for guidance, ask your angels, ask Source, the Most High, for assistance, knowing which situations, like if you're struggling, because a lot of times when we grow up in traumatic households as a child, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know that we're not supposed to give all of ourselves to people. We're not supposed to shut up and just take the abuse. We're not supposed to love everyone else while they abuse us. We are not, and that's the same thing with the bosses. Like, if your boss is constantly being like, giving you shit if you call in, or guilt tripping you to work overtime, that's not very good. That's not very loving. And not to say that your bosses are going to be very loving, but there's a difference between having like a respectful relationship to where, it's understood, like, I am a human, I have human needs, and you will treat me as a human with respect and care and courtesy, or you're going to continue to bulldoze the things that I'm saying, the things that I'm needing because of what you think that you need. Yeah, the company needs extra workers, but maybe someone else has more energy to give to that job. And honestly, it doesn't matter, because it's not your business. It's just a job at times, and a lot of us give all of ourselves to a job that will replace you in an instant without a second thought. They won't care. They will not care. If they have to fire you, they'll find someone else and they won't care about it. If you quit, they don't give a shit. And that's honestly why I've quit so many jobs, because I'm not going to be treated like shit. I'm not going to be overworked and drained like that. And, finding that balance and peace within yourself. recognize that not everyone around you who gives you love or gives you a little breadcrumb of love is actually for your benefit. Sometimes they give you a little bit and then a little bit and then a little bit to just kind of string you along. Or you have the people who will love bomb you in the beginning, and then you constantly give of yourself to try to get back to that good place that you were in the beginning, when that was an illusion. That was never a real relationship in the first place. You were never meant to be there. So don't feel guilty if you have to step away from people, places, or things for a little while, because your health is more important. Your mind is more important. Your mind is everything. Your heart is everything. And people out here a lot of times do have entity attachments. And even if they don't understand or you don't believe it, the reality is many people are unhealed. Many people are not willing to do the work. They are more willing to stay in the same cycles, find someone else who will fulfill their needs and be the doormat that they're looking for. Don't let it be you, because you deserve the best life, right? And if you've done that in the past and you're feeling guilty for it and upset with yourself, forgive yourself. It's okay. And forgive them, because they don't know what they're doing half the time. And even when they do, I feel like they can't really help themselves, you know? Like people are just people. And not everyone has the same mind and heart as you, and that's okay. But use that as your reflection to bounce off of what you don't need in your life, you know? And not as a reflection of what you are lacking. Because another common thing with people like that who take and take and take is when you start to set your boundaries and you say, hey, this is too much for me. I need my time. I'm feeling drained, or I don't have the funds to give you, or, you know, I can't work overtime anymore. They will get upset and they will take it personal, and they may lash out at you, and that's on them, right? You can't change other people, but you can change and heal yourself, and that's beautiful. So thank you so much for stopping in. Hope you have a great one.